What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another trading recap. As always, show you everything I was thinking going into the trading day today, and as it being a Monday, it wasn't terribly bad. We just had a run up in the morning and then just dumped off, and I was able to execute on a couple of nice trades. But I don't want to take up much of your time. Let's just get straight to the recap, make it a short video. So let's just look at what we see coming into the morning here. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, what's the first thing we notice, about 30 minutes into open? Okay, 30 minutes into open, we just have a straight run and taking out London highs, Asia highs, and previous day high, leaving an SMT with ES at these highs, right? ES came up, hit the midnight open, and immediately rejected. Reason we didn't hit midnight open on NQ is because ES hit the midnight open already. So at that point, I was also looking at this imbalance here. I did mark this 1 hour wick here, but I was watching this 30-minute gap as well to see if that could hold because of these highs that were already taken. So if we go back down to the 1 minute time frame and we notice, right, obviously 930 is right here. I did miss a nice 30-second long, right? We formed this mitigation. We had an SMT at the lows on a lower time frame, I believe right here. Yeah, 922. 2 minutes before open, we came and sweep that low on NQ, and we created a bullish SMT there. And then as you can see, we created a mitigation right here. So here's our low, our higher low, and then our higher high. We traded back into our mitigation, into this PD rate right here, into our access point, 1 minute gap. And there was a 30-second inversion. Unfortunately, I wasn't awake enough to even really think about it, and it didn't seem too clear. Price was all over the place at this point. We've already SMT'd. Once we put this high in and traded back into the mitigation, this high here at 937, already took the London highs on NQ. So obviously, the bias is bullish. You're gonna have bearish SMTs, but those are gonna get ran through if the draw is higher, if that makes sense. So most of these, you want to be careful entering with SMTs, but sometimes if the draw is clear enough, and in this case it was the Asia highs and the previous day high. That's what we wanted in the morning. And once we were able to figure that out and realize, okay, now we're trading back up into this level. Now let's see, okay, we've taken out Asia high, we've taken out the previous day's high. So technically we're in a premium, right? A price-based premium, since we've taken out the time-based liquidity. And we are also we're in a time-based premium, and we're also in a price-based premium, right? So after seeing that, and also keep in mind that this high here, the previous day high, was SMT'd with as well. So looking at this, if we look, there's a 3-minute gap here that I was looking at. Didn't want to take it straight off that, because for me that's not enough confirmation, right? Most days this will fail and not just immediately go down to the other range low. Doesn't make sense. So I just waited and waited and waited and waited. I saw this move. I wasn't getting FOMO. I wasn't getting none of that shit. I saw equal lows here, and I saw equal lows here on NQ. These are equal lows on MNQ. These are equal lows on NQ, but I still marked them because, they're valid. So obviously, we trade lower. We break below this low here, and then we have our fair value gap here. We actually trade into that and then trade all the way down back lower, and then we come down and actually take the previous day's low right as I get in, basically, or right the candle before I got in. So right at 11:02, as soon as that candle closed, I entered a short, moved my stop above the inversion, and just targeted the equal lows. I took partials here at this New York AM low. God knows if we're gonna not take these equal lows or not. I don't know what the market is gonna do. I'm just reacting and simply observing and executing when I deem it's necessary to. So that's exactly what I saw. So if we actually go on a higher time from here as well, just to kind of give you a better idea, 5 minutes, sorry. As you can see, we have this high here on NQ, right? At 1040, nothing hits it. Now if we look at this high here in this fair value gap at 1045, you'll notice that the 1045 wick high is taken on NQ, but it's not on the ES. So we had a nice little SMT there. I saw the equal lows, and even though ES already took the previous day low, I had a feeling, bro, that we'd just come down and take the equal lows. So it was a free trade. So I waited until we had an SMT here, and then we had a fair value gap here that I saw that we inversed, and then I wanted to wait for this one. So I waited for that one, and reason I didn't take this right here is because we we haven't SMT'd or anything yet. And if you look at the same candle on ES, I mean, there's no gap. It's just there's one candle, two candle, it just closes right there. So it just doesn't really make sense. I waited for this SMT to actually occur, which it did finally here. And then after the macro between 10:50 and 11:10, that's where I got my trade. So I mean, being patient helps. Obviously, I could have caught way more points today, but that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about catching quality setups, and if I catch quality setups following my rules, that's all that matters. If it fails, it fails, and that's just how it is. So that was the first trade on the PAs. Second trade, okay, it's almost the same exact concept here. So you have, what is this? Your 7:30 a.m. low, clearly SMT'd with it, clearly SMT'd with the previous day's low, okay? If you see some type of candle like this, or displaces through it, and then the next candle displaces through it, most cases, the SMT is not going to hold, and NQ is going to continue to go and take the lows that ES already took. But in this case, I mean, look, we have this SMT holding us up right here. You see, we actually barely took that low right here on ES at 11:45. We took that low on 11:45. Immediately went up off of that, and now that we're back down inside the range again after taking the previous day's high, this SMT is most likely going to hold because this low here is, I guess, still protected at some point. So after noticing that, okay, well, we came down, we SMT'd at, or sorry, not this one right here, this 11:15. I saw that we SMT'd with this low. ES already took the previous day's low, and at this point, I was just on the 1 minute watching price, seeing what we were doing, and I was trying to see if there was any lower time frame SMTs, and actually there was right here. So as soon as we got this SMT, along with the higher time frame SMT and the other SMT that took the previous day's low on ES, and the fact that we were in such a deep discount at this point, taking the equal lows and all this other stuff, it just made sense. And it was a new half an hour candle, 11:30. 11:30 is pretty prominent in my opinion. Depending on where we are in structure, 11:30 usually has some sort of significant move, but yeah, today we did. So literally that's what I saw. We swept this low. We had this small SMT here with the big time from SMT. We were in a discount, right? We were trading below the 9:30 opening price, right? See, opening price is 9:30 here. We were trading below the 8:30. We were trading below the 7:30. So we were trading below pretty much everything. And as you can see here, the opening price at 7:30, we actually wicked that to the tick, almost to the tick, but you know, we do a pretty solid job reacting how we're supposed to be reacting off of time-based discounts. Anyways, we like I said, we did all that stuff with the higher time frame and the lower time frame, and then we have all this low resistance here. So what am I looking at in terms of, okay, where can I expect structure to shift? So I'm looking at the last up leg before we moved down and started shifting structure. So where's the last leg, right? Let's look at structure. High, low, higher low, lower low, higher low, lower low. Here's our higher low, but we failed to create a lower low. So where's the last down leg? Right here. This is the last down leg. We break above this high. Okay, now there's nothing wrong with entering here. Me personally, it's not enough confirmation for me. So I wait a little bit of time because, I mean, even if you look at ES at this time, at 11:32, we're not even doing anything. So I wait for this break above this high, and now look, we get a mitigation here, and then this is our breaker that we hold and support price above. We don't need this mitigation because of this breaker. So as soon as I see that, I'm like, okay, we're reacting off this breaker, and then we immediately get a closure through this inversion. I'm in long on that. It's so clear to me. Yes, most cases I'd like to see us tap the mitigation and get a reaction off that, but not in this case. This was almost identical to what I saw in the morning here on the 30-second, right? We had our low, high, lower high, higher high, retrace, discount, enter on the 30-second. It's almost the same concept here. Low, high, higher low, higher high. We did retrace into a discount, but we don't need the mitigation, like I said, because of this breaker here, right? And then obviously I enter here, and then I take it off at the 30 minutes fair value gap right there. So obviously it could have held higher, could have held the equilibrium, maybe this high here, but who cares? I've already took the trade, coulda, woulda, shoulda, doesn't really matter. But yeah, like I said, I want to keep it short. That's all I got for you guys today. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to listen and potentially create something, or tweak some things that you guys maybe be concerned about, or just have other ideas or comments about. So I'll leave y'all with that. and I hope you guys had a good trading day. If not, all good. Come back tomorrow strong. Don't overtrade today. Just do what you got to do. But holy shit, this is about to be the craziest low resistance liquidity run I've ever seen in my life. All right, but yeah, I'll leave you guys with that, and I'll catch you boys tomorrow. Peace.